up tonight on Middle Tennessee News. Multiple shots were fired in Metro Nashville after a police chase, and scammers are taking advantage of a devastating situation.
A possible road rage incident turns fatal, and we have updates on the trial of former President Donald Trump. All those stories plus your local weather and sports. Middle Tennessee News starts right now.
Good evening, I'm Sarah Ottman.
And I'm Mary Beth Mangrum. Welcome to Middle Tennessee News.
A fatal car crash happened in Murfreesboro. The crash happened eastbound Northwest Broad Street, just off the I-840 off-ramp, involving a Camaro and SUV. The exit was blocked off, causing drivers to detour on the interstate towards Chattanooga. The Murfreesboro Police Department is investigating a possible road rage incident. The driver of the yellow Camaro was pronounced dead at the scene, while the driver of the white GMC Yukon SUV suffered minor injuries. The crash is still under investigation.
A police chase turned violent in Davidson County Tuesday afternoon. Metro Police attempted to pull over a Chevy Tahoe on suspicion of illegal drug activity when the driver sped away. A chase ensued. Once the driver of the Tahoe crashed into the 3500th block of Dickerson Pike, shots rang out. 45-year-old Damon Buchanan shot at officers from the driver's seat. He unloaded an entire magazine at the officers, who returned fire, and left several bullet holes in a Metro Police vehicle. No one was injured during the shootout. Buchanan had 13 outstanding warrants and was taken into custody at the scene.
After the recent tornado hit the town of Reedyville, Tennessee, city officials are urging the community to stay cautious. After a devastating time for our community, it can entice the acts of scammers. Residents of the Reedyville community are advised to be cautious of anyone posing as a volunteer, asking for a fee or a contract. City officials are asking residents to report of any of these suspicious acts and to use your own personal insurance process. Within this time of need, no official volunteer will ask for payment or a contract for any help or cleanup services. If you are approached by a potential scammer, report it to the Cannon County Police Office. In Mount Juliet, 11 cars were stolen at a Catholic church through an update from the police. These car burglars were driving another stolen vehicle from Clarksville. The police chief, Tyler Chandler, says the Mount Juliet Police Department was able to make an arrest partly due to license plate reading programs. He says they have over 50 systems constantly looking out for stolen vehicles, stolen plates, and wanted people. Statistics show that since LPRs rolled out in 2020, 152 stolen vehicles were recovered, as well as 109 wanted people arrested.
Former President Donald Trump appeared in a Manhattan courthouse following his recent indictment on fraud charges. Trump surrendered to authorities Tuesday after being indicted by the New York grand jury on charges related to alleged hush money payments during his 2016 presidential campaign. The former president is facing a 34-count felony indictment following allegations of falsified internal business records within his private company. Trump, who is a 2024 presidential candidate, pleaded not guilty to all charges. Following his day in court, Trump flew back to his Florida home where he spoke to a crowd of supporters. Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg spoke at a press conference in response to charges against President Trump.
Under New York state law, it is a felony to falsify business records with intent to defraud and an intent to conceal another crime. That is exactly what this case is about. 34 false statements made to cover up other crimes.
Tennessee House moves to expel 3 Democrats after a gun protest. Tennessee Republican lawmakers took the first few steps to expel 3 Democratic members for their role in a gun control protest at the state capitol. The expel is against Representatives Gloria Johnson, Justin Jones, and Justin Pearson after they led chants from the House floor. The resolution declared that the three had participated in disorderly behavior and brought dishonor to the House of Representatives. The Speaker of the Tennessee House, Cameron Sexton, declared that the three were stripped of their committee assignments and that there could be more punishments on the way. Governor Bill Lee is helping Middle Tennessee counties get back on their feet after recent unforgiving storms. A request for emergency recovery has been issued due to the tornadoes and storms in 10 different counties. 4 confirmed tornadoes accompanied by strong winds and rain claimed 15 lives from 10 different counties, including Cannon, Hardman, Hardin, Haywood, Lewis, Macon, McNairy, Rutherford, Tipton, and Wayne. Should this request pass, it would mean immediate help and protective assistance to those in these counties affected by these tornadoes. Following the events of the Covenant School shooting in Nashville, MTSU invites crisis and social psychologist Dr. Shaminder Talwar to speak. Dr. Talwar recently assisted families affected by the shooting, and Dean Beverly Kill sought out his help for the MTSU students, faculty, and staff that may need help dealing with these recent tragedies. Many people have been left reeling in the aftermath of this tragedy, and the hope is that Dr. Talwar can help Middle Tennessee residents recover. The event is free for anyone attending, and he will be speaking at the Keithley University Center Theater at 10 a.m. on April 6th.
And now Dylan Simmons joins us with our first look at the weather. Dylan.
Thanks, Sarah. It's been a humid day across the Mid-State, and it's leading to incoming rain showers. Murfreesboro is currently 82 degrees with a 41% chance of rain. Woodbury and McMinnville are likewise at 82 with a smaller possibility for rain. Shelbyville and Manchester are being kept at 81 degrees. Smithville and Mount Juliet are at 80 with the latter having our highest chance of rain. I'll have more on the rain approaching when we come back. Sarah, back to you.
Thanks, Dylan. And still ahead on Middle Tennessee News, Smyrna makes major improvement plans after receiving a large grant, and MTSU is working to bring master programs online. And Larry Burris joins us with this week's media commentary. That's all coming up next on Middle Tennessee News. Stick around.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Middle Tennessee News. And now we have Dr. Larry Burris with this week's media commentary.
The phrase perfect storm is used almost everywhere these days. Anytime two things come together, it seems they're a perfect storm. Well, a recent Supreme Court case may be such a perfect storm, as it involves both the First Amendment and controversial immigration policy. It seems a California man was arrested 6 years ago and convicted on a number of federal charges, including providing information to illegal immigrants on how to evade Immigration and Naturalization Service rules. Thus the implication of free speech. Do the INS rules violate the First Amendment? Certainly simply talking to someone about immigration is safeguarded by the First Amendment. Talking to someone about illegal activities is protected. And even proposing illegal activity is probably immune. But promoting what is sometimes referred to as imminent lawless action is probably not a safe thing to do. But a quick question is, how imminent does the lawless action have to be? Well, advocating carrying out some illegal action in the vague distant future doesn't count. And of course, many sometimes irrelevant hypothetical situations were raised during the court hearing late last month. Could you, the justices were asked, be arrested if you told your illegal immigrant grandmother she could stay in your home for a few days? Actually, there are numerous forms of speech and press that are already prohibited, the First Amendment notwithstanding. We've already mentioned incitement to imminent lawless action, but it has to be all three: incitement, imminent, lawless. Perjury is a prohibited form of speech. Using the Postal Service to carry indecent material is forbidden. Publishing the names of covert government agents could probably land you in prison. On the other side, what is almost universally protected, at least in the United States, is what the Supreme Court calls debate on public policy. In other words, the court has distinguished between speech and action, particularly speech leading to lawless action. So the general rule seems to be, talk, debate, and argue all you want. Yell and scream if necessary. Stomp your foot and pound on the desk. Just don't take an action that could actually harm your opponent. I'm Larry Burris.
Thank you, Dr. Burris, and make sure to tune in next week for his next media commentary. Middle Tennessee's only emergency shelter has opened its doors after recently closing. The Oasis Center is opening its doors to Murfreesboro's youth. The Youth Crisis Intervention Shelter aids over 4,000 teenagers from ages 13 to 17. The shelter closed last fall due to staff shortages, but increased the amount of employees and are now open again. The shelter's main office hours are from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
The MTSU Board of Trustees has received consent to develop online master degrees for students within the alignment of their schedule. President Sidney McPhee, Kimberly Edgar, the Board of Trustees, Division of Academic Affairs, and the Tennessee Education Commission are working together to get these online master's degrees finalized and approved for students to take in the future. The name of the master's degree programs that will be added is Digital Media, Music Business, Project Management, Tourism Hospitality Management, and Organization Professional Communication. For more information about these degrees, visit mtsu.edu.
Smyrna receives a $3.9 million infrastructure grant. State Representatives Mike Smarks and Charlie Baum announced that Smyrna will receive a $3.9 million grant to improve water infrastructure. The grant was administered by the Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation. It will correct significant non-compliance issues, such as wastewater plant capacity needs. Sparks and Baum say that this funding will help ensure that Smyrna is best prepared for the future, as well as correcting existing issues.
Democratic State Senator Heidi Campbell has announced her campaign for the 2023 mayoral race. Campbell said that she didn't see the next Nashville mayor in the race, so she decided to enter herself. Representing parts of Nashville in the state legislature since 2020, Campbell believes that she has the understanding to fulfill the role. Campbell plans to focus her campaign on increased access to affordable housing and transit in Nashville. May 18th will be the qualifying deadline for the August 3rd election.
And now Dylan Simmons is back with tonight's forecast. Dylan, what do you have for us?
Thank you, Sarah. Rain will be making its presence known by the end of the night in our mid-state cities. Murfreesboro will reach a low of 57 degrees at the night's end with a 99% rain chance. Mount Juliet will be the coolest customer at a low of 54 with rain well established. Smithville and Shelbyville both bottom out at 60 degrees with massive humidity in each city along with the rain. Woodbury will drop to 61 and both Manchester and McMinnville will be at 63 with the smallest chance of rain at 69%. For those of you who have business to attend to tonight, you may want to see if you can find a virtual option. I'll have your full look at our 5-day forecast when we come back. Sarah, back to you.
Thank you, Dylan. And when we come back, Dylan will be back with us once more to let us know what our 5-day forecast is looking like heading into the weekend. And Matthew Hayden will join us in the MTN Sports Den. All that and more coming up next on Middle Tennessee News.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Middle Tennessee News, and now we have Dylan Simmons back again with our full weather report. Dylan.
Thanks, Sarah. It's been hot in Murfreesboro today, but right now we have clouds overhead at 82 degrees and a 15% chance of precipitation. We will top out at 84 in the state center before dropping down to 57 tonight thanks to the large system headed our way. Thursday will be a complete washout with a high of 58, which marks a 24-degree difference between the previous highs. It will drop down to 47 with the rain gradually disappearing towards the end of the night and 73% humidity. To start Easter weekend, we have a small break from the rain in the morning as we reach 59 degrees. However, that comes with a downside, as rain will move in right as we reach the high, eventually repelling us down to 48 by the end of the night. Saturday will keep the rain early in the morning, but it will quickly disappear as we reach our high of 63 degrees around 5 p.m. We will dip down to 49 at night's end, which includes little chance of rain but 72% humidity. But never fear, Easter egg hunters. Easter Sunday will be our best day overall at a 70-degree high with only a slight chance of rain. We will fall to 48 before starting our work week yet again. Although the next few days will be wet, keep your heads high, as the sun will return in time for a great start to next week. That's all I have for you today. Make sure to tune in on Monday, April 10th for our next look at mid-state weather. Sarah, back to you.
Thanks, Dylan. And when we come back, Matthew Hayden is over in the MTN Sports Den. He will have a look at what we can expect in all things Blue Raider athletics after the break. Stick around.
Son, love is like the ocean. You have to tread the waters.
Dad, that's not the kind of help I needed. Jessica, will you go to prom with me?
Yes.
Thousands of teens in foster care can't wait to share their first with you.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Once there was a boy who did the same thing again and again. One day, he was told he had autism. He got help and slowly learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Natural disasters are a fact of life in the U.S. And between activities and school, chances are you won't be with your kids when they happen. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids can help your children feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
My text to emoji ratio has gotten a little out of hand.
A little?
Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
Welcome back. Let's get cracking with all the sports action for this upcoming Easter weekend. To start, the softball team had a game Tuesday versus the Murray State Racers here in Murfreesboro. The game saw both teams scoring 3 runs in the first inning, but the Blue Raider bats ran cold after that. Murray State scored a run in the second and 2 in the fifth to secure a 6-3 victory. A bright spot in the game for the Raiders was Amaya Harris, 2 for 4 and 2 RBI performance. This hits her second on the team with 27 RBIs. This now brings the Lady Raiders record to 24-11 on the season. The Lady Raiders will now head to Charlotte to face the 49ers in a CUSA Weekend Series. Thursday is slated to have a day-night doubleheader with the first match kicking off at 11 a.m., then the series finale on Saturday at noon. All matches will be airing on ESPN+. MTSU Baseball are getting ready for a CUSA road trip this weekend. After their sweep of FIU at Reese Smith Jr. Field, the Raiders will now travel north for a series versus the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. This is the second matchup for these two bitter rivals on the season. The first series saw the Raiders stand their ground at the ballpark with a series win in March. A player to keep an eye out on is the newest TSWA Player of the Week, Esten Snyder, after his 5 for 5 with 4 RBI performance and his .700 batting average for the week. Thursday and Friday's games are set for 6 p.m. and the series finale on Saturday is set for 1 p.m. The men's tennis saw some changes in the recent ITA rankings. With their win against number 30 VCU on Sunday, the team and players saw a rise in the rankings. The team jumped up from the 28th ranking last week to 26th this week. As for players, Oscar Brosham-Polson and Francisco Rocha sit at number 55 for the doubles. Stein Slump is now ranked number 87 for singles. Oscar Brosham-Polson sits at number 112 in singles as well. And congratulations to Francisco Rocha for winning CUSA Athlete of the Week. The team has the weekend off matches-wise and are looking to prepare for their final home series next weekend. The men's basketball team are starting to shape out their 2023 rosters. The Blue Raiders have gained their first recruit of the 2023 season. Chris the Red Rocket Loof has verbally committed to MTSU. The 6'11 center is coming out of Leander High in Leander, Texas, and has spent time with Link Year Prep also. The big man is showing the ability to be skilled handling and finishing, but also gives the ability to stretch the floor with his elite three-point shot. Chris said he was very blessed to receive this scholarship from MTSU and is excited to work with Coach McDevitt and the MTSU staff. This is the first commit for the Blue Raiders as they look to keep them coming in a new wave for Blue Raider basketball. Another step forward has taken place in the path to a new stadium for the Tennessee Titans. The Titans' new stadium is inching closer to being ready to build. The Nashville Metropolitan Sports Authority unanimously approved the final documents today. The proposal is set at $2.2 billion for the new stadium set to be in downtown Nashville. An approval by the Metro Nashville Council is still waiting to be voted on. A hearing from the council is scheduled for Tuesday night and could have a final vote announced as soon as April 18th. More details are set to be official once the hearing from the Metro Council is finished. That's all I got for the sports action this week, guys. Back to you.
MTSU students are staying welcome in as they turn the Tucker Theater into Berlin's CD Kit Kat Club for 4 performances of the multi-Tony winning musical Cabaret. The opening night of this musical is April 6th and it will run through April 8th. The show starts at 7:30 p.m. Thursday and Friday, and on Saturday there will be a matinee at 2:30 p.m. as well as a 7:30 show that evening.
This musical showcases not only the theater and dance department, but us as well. Come see me as Lulu and my co-anchor Mary Beth as Sally Bowles. This play is free to MTSU students and faculty when you show your MTSU ID at the box office an hour before the show. Tickets are $15 for general admission.
Thank you for joining us for Middle Tennessee News. If you missed this or any show, you can watch them on our website, middletennesseenews.net.
And make sure to follow us on all social media sites on Facebook /Middle Tennessee News and on Twitter at Middle TN News, also on Instagram and TikTok. We'll see you on Monday.
Son, love is like the ocean. You have to tread the waters.
Dad, that's not the kind of help I needed. Jessica, will you go to prom with me?
Yes.
Thousands of teens in foster care can't wait to share their first with you.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. I could go back and change it all. If I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Once there was a boy who did the same thing again and again. One day, he was told he had autism. He got help and slowly learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Natural disasters are a fact of life in the U.S. And between activities and school, chances are you won't be with your kids when they happen. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids can help your children feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But
I'm gonna drive home. There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
My text to emoji ratio has gotten a little out of hand.
A little?
Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.